Why am I screaming? I got a mic now. Hi, I'm Jeff, and you're here. Hi, I'm Jeff, and you're here. Before we get started, Black lives do have and will always matter. There'll be links in the description for Before we get started, Black lives do have and will always matter. There'll be links in the description for you to check out. And just remember, it is our responsibility to protect Black women every single day. I did not realize how close we were to being done the month, but y'all know timeliness is not next to godliness, so I should be good but I have a November TBR for y'all, and I'm actually not playing Pros and Pineapples today. My little pineapple is up there chilling.
Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
I'm actually doing the reading challenges that are on Book Sloth, so we're just gonna get into it, and I'll read the prompts, I'll tell you the books that I chose, and yeah, but the TBR is really small this month. It's about 10 books. I have 5 of them already read, so it's looking good for me. With that, let's go.
Book Sloth. We've already done all this, so period. Is this my profile? Bet.
First one is a book with a single word title. For that, oh snap, that's the book I just got in the mail today. But donde está? I already put it back. For that, I'll be reading Pride by E.B. Zaboy. Well, I should say I read it because I borrowed the audiobook from the library, and it was available yesterday, and I listened to all of it yesterday and today. The audiobook is narrated by Elizabeth Acevedo, and she did such a great job. Okay, so this book is a Pride and Prejudice remix. It follows these 3 sisters. Well, it mainly follows Zuri Benitez and her 2 sisters. The Darcy boys move in across the street from her in Brooklyn, and you know, she thought he was stuck up and snobby. He was like a preppy little Black boy who, you know, was just not what she was used to, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know the Pride and Prejudice story. They didn't like each other. They end up falling in love. But this, sorry, not a review, but yes, Pride for that first prompt. Next, we have a book over 300 pages. For that, I'll be reading Sarah Rowley's Fate of Flames, book 1 in the Effigy series. This has 353 pages. This book is about, I'm gonna just read y'all a paragraph, okay? Because I don't really know. Years ago, everything changed. Phantoms, massive beasts of nightmare, began terrorizing the world. At the same time, 4 girls, the effigies, appeared, each with the unique power to control a classical element. Since then, they have protected the world from the phantoms. At the death of one effigy, another is chosen, pulled from her normal life into the never-ending battle. When
Okay, so you would say Gaia, right? When Maya, that's what I'm gonna call her,
unexpectedly becomes the next fire effigy, she resists her new calling. A quiet girl with few friends and almost no family, she was much happier to admire the effigies from afar. Never did she imagine having to master her ability to control fire, to protect innocent citizens from the phantoms, or to try bringing together the other 3 effigies. This is giving me very much so Reluctant Hero, which can go one of 2 ways for me, but yeah, 352 pages, so it'll fulfill my second prompt. Third, a book with a name on the title. For that, I'll be reading Tyler Johnson Was Here by J. Cole. Picture view will be right here. This is about a young man named Tyler Johnson. He goes to a party with his twin brother Marvin. Then there's a shooting and a police raid. Tyler's gone missing, and later he's found dead. And there's video evidence of him being shot by a police officer. And so now his twin brother Marvin has to live his life knowing that his brother is dead, and he must learn what justice and freedom really mean. Next, we have a book with an animal on the cover. For that, I have Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This is very much so dark academia. This young girl, Galaxy Stern, she goes by Alex. She is a part of Yale's freshman class. She's the sole survivor of a homicide attack, and while they're in the hospital, they offer her a full ride to Yale, and she's like, okay, whatever. She gets there, she finds out about Yale's secret societies, and they tamper with forbidden magic, and we love to see it. I am listening to this right now. It's actually going really well. The next prompt we have is a book that is also a movie. For that, we have a Hocus Pocus and the all-new sequel. This is at Target, and I saw it. Hocus Pocus is literally one of my favorite Halloween movies, so I was like, period. I'll tell you right now that this was the first book I read this month, and if I finished it, I probably would have fallen into a reading slump, because I don't know what it is about the sequel, but I don't know. If I have enough time in the month, I'll circle back and finish it. But as of right now, this is definitely a DNF. I finished the first one, loved it, better than the movie, but still really true to the movie, which I appreciated. The second one, we'll talk about that in the wrap up. Next is a book with a purple cover. For that, I have Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Bayron. I have already read this. That's all I'm gonna say. Last but not least, a book less than 100 pages. I read Binti Book 1 by Ndeni Okorafor. Every time I try to get the bind up with all three in one, every time I'm ready to check it out of my cart, it's gone. So I have the first one. I read this already, and I am eager to get my hands on the second one because, ooh, child.
Child. Anyway, so.
And that concludes the book sloth challenges, but I still have 3 more books that I put on my list. First being When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. But I read this, and we'll talk about this book soon. But this, let's just move on. I'm also going to be reading A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. This book follows Kel and Rye, and I think there's a female character too. London, now there's 3 of them. There's Red London, White London, and Black London. No one goes into Black London. There was Grey London, but that's no more. Kel can traverse through the Londons, even though there was a decree signed and they weren't allowed to do that anymore. But he was like, I'm finna break the rules. I work for the prince anyway. What you gonna do? Put me in jail?
You shout like that, they put you in jail right away. No trial, no nothing. Journalists, we have a special jail for journalists. You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail. You're charging too high prices for sweaters, glasses, you right to jail. You undercook fish, believe it or not, jail. You overcook chicken, also jail. Undercook, overcook. You make an appointment with the dentist and you don't show up, believe it or not, jail, right away.
Boy, if you don't...
So, he is a messenger between the Londons. And on the side, he also is an intra-London smuggler. And as you see, I already mostly divided this book up. it's going really well. My audiobook from the library was ready for me to borrow yesterday, so I did that. I've been listening to it as well, and the narrator does an amazing job too. So, boom. And last but certainly not least, the book that I don't have yet, but as soon as this video is done, I'm going to order, Tochi Onyebuchi's Rebel Sisters. This is the second book to War Girls, and to be honest, would it really be a Jeff TBR if there wasn't any Tochi Onyebuchi? The answer is no. Yeah, so this book follows probably nope, because that'll be a spoiler for the first one. So I'm not even gonna share that. This video seemed really short. Well, I mean, it is a TBR, so it doesn't gotta be 20 minutes, girl. But anyway, that's all I have for you for today. I have to go because I have more books to read, but I'll be seeing me in the next one. Bye!